So I've just scored a couple of new DS games for my collection. I thought I'd share the weird and wonderful ones that I've seen. Maybe they're from movie franchises, maybe they're like ones that you'd think, why would they make this? Just look out for the ones maybe you've played in the past, ones that you might want to play in the future, or some really interesting ones. Let's have a start. So first one is Pass the Pigs, Let the Good Swines Roll. Got the manual. And there's the game. Bit of a weird one to start off with. Okay, M&M's. This looks like maybe a similar one to Bejeweled, or one of those ones you got to line up all the jewels. Just under 40 bucks from, looks like it might have been a Game Traders or JB Hi-Fi. Jelly Belly Ballistic Beans. It just seems like another one, like Bejeweled, the M&M's one. They just seem to make these ones and just rehash them, relabel them, just to basically sell more products. 20 bucks, Kmart. Too Ghoul for School. Oh, this one's interactive books, so more of one for children to learn to read, potentially. Hey, that's not too bad. Different from the standard game you usually get. Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. I didn't know they made this one as a DS game. Well, obviously it's a 3DS game. Hopefully the graphics are really cool, but otherwise it'd be good if they put the manual the right way up. Next one. Scooby-Doo and the Spooky Swamp. Yeah, I've seen a few Scooby-Doo games in the DS series. Yeah, manual as well, not too bad. Alien, what is this? Pig the Alien, Pig the Alien. Pet. Pet Alien. Okay. 20 bucks. Wouldn't have been too bad back in the day. Oh, that one's missing. Well, that's irritating. Still, for the whole collection, wasn't too bad. Michael Jackson Experience. Oh yeah, that's got the game in there and the manual. Might put that one aside just to make sure it's not mixed up in the collection. Okay. Peppa Pig and the Peppa Pig Fun and Games. Looks like an old one. Well, at least it's in there. Rango. Okay, that was a classic movie back in the day. Don't know why they'd make a game out of it. Doesn't seem like it would have much interest, but anyway. Typical Barbie. These ones always come out. Doesn't say where it came from, but Bratz Super Babies. Okay, now that is a weird one. I don't know why anyone would want to play that. I guess it's good for children though. Hotel Transylvania. Another good movie in 3D, but I guess what would you do in the game? Probably just run around hunting monsters. I guess they are monsters, you probably wouldn't hunt them. And the final one, oh, there goes the stack. Princess Natasha. Bought from Target. This one at least has the game inside it. Anyway, that's the quick rundown of the collection. Hopefully there's a few interesting ones in there. Thanks for watching. The Amazon Fire Phone. Ahead of its time or a massive tech fail? You be the judge, let's have a look.
Fire Phone is the world's first smartphone with dynamic perspective. It responds to how you hold it, look at it, and use it. Try moving your phone around to see it in action. Fire Phone has 3 primary screens. A center screen, a left panel, and a right panel. The center screen puts your activities and content in focus. On home, everything you do, read, and watch shows up on the center screen's carousel. Every carousel item displays updates and information like your recent emails and latest photos, so you can easily switch tasks without ever launching an app. Speaking of apps, to see them all, simply swipe up on the 4 icons below the carousel and swipe back down to return to the carousel. Moving from center screen to the left and right panels is easy. To open the left panel, swipe the left edge. No matter where you are, the left panel always contains menus and navigation. To open the right panel, swipe the right edge. The right panel transforms based on what you're doing. On home, it contains shortcuts to up-to-the-minute personalized information like weather, upcoming appointments, status updates on your current Amazon orders, and new messages. Open the right panel while listening to a song to view the lyrics. Try it while composing a text message to quickly add a photo. Or while reading, open it for information about important characters and places in your book. You can also move from center screen to the left and right panels with a quick one-handed shortcut. To open the left panel, tilt the left edge towards you. To open the right panel, tilt the right edge towards you. Give it a try yourself. To open the left panel, tilt Fire Phone's left edge towards you. To close it, tilt the right edge towards you. To open the right panel, tilt the right edge. To close it, tilt the left edge towards you. You've got it. Next, to access your notifications and quick actions, just swivel your wrist. You'll find things like airplane mode, Bluetooth, and this convenient flashlight. Quick Actions also contains Mayday. If you have any questions, Mayday instantly connects you to a member of our award-winning customer service team. To close Quick Actions, just swivel again. Most Fire Phone screens hold more information than meets the eye. To see it, slightly angle Fire Phone. We call this peek. Here in photos, you can use peek to see when they were taken. And peek's an easy way to identify all the icons on your screen. Try it yourself in Maps. Slightly angle Fire Phone and use peek to reveal ratings and reviews for nearby restaurants. There you go. Fire Phone uses a simple swipe to go back to the previous screen. And any app, swipe up, and voila, you're back where you were. Try it. Just swipe up from below the edge of the screen to go back. Perfect. One last thing. Fire Phone has a camera button on the side. Tapping it will instantly launch camera, so you never miss a shot, but it also does a lot more. Press and hold the camera button to launch Firefly. Firefly technology can instantly identify books, music, movies,
Randy, for the house. Should have thought of that. Tammy.
and even text, like email addresses, phone numbers, and URLs. Welcome to Fire Phone. Let's go.
So that's the Fire Phone. Leave a comment below whether you think it was ahead of its time or actually just a gimmick. There's nothing worse than when you go to turn on your Nintendo Switch, you realize that it's been blocked with a parental code. This could be you've forgotten the parental code or someone in the family has put one on. So in this video, we'll show you how you can unblock the parental code if you've either forgotten the PIN or if someone's put it on for you and you want to remove it. So first thing you got to do is go to this website up here, parentalcontrols.nintendo.com. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can follow it. Now watch this video to the end because this is designed for the United States, but you can actually use it in any other country following the directions that I show you through this video. It's Parental Controls Pin Reset. So Nintendo's Parental Control Reset tool will generate your master key to reset the parental control pin on your system. Now it does require a credit card, which does charge 50 cents. This is just showing Nintendo that you are an adult or you have a credit card that will actually allow you to unlock it, because obviously children can't own credit cards, so it's designed for parents or for adults. So as you can see, if you're in a country that's not America, it wants you to call a number and contact Nintendo directly. Whereas if you go to the US English, it will allow you to proceed in unblocking the Switch using this method. So the first thing you have to do is make sure that Nintendo Switch has been selected as your product. Then you have to review the terms and conditions. First part of the terms and conditions is just explaining that if you know your PIN, you can actually reset it through the console. Obviously in this situation, we don't know the PIN and we want to reset it. Now it does say that 50 cents will be charged to the card, which obviously ensures that you're an adult. Now to find the serial number, there's a few different options. You've got your Nintendo Switch OLED, which will be under the back stand flap. For the original, it's just under the left-hand side. And for the Switch Lite, it's in the same spot. You can also find it in your system settings if you can't see it on your Switch. Put your serial number into the serial number box provided. Now you have to make sure this is correct, but Nintendo will give you an invalid message if the serial number is wrong. The serial number and confirmation or inquiry number, which you'll see next, both have to be correct for this to work. Otherwise you could either get the wrong code or may not even get a code, which will then mean you have to do the whole process again. So ensure that you check your serial number and your inquiry confirmation number. So once you've entered the correct numbers, go use these numbers. Now this is where you have to enter your contact information. Now realistically, these can be whatever details you want to put in. You can put whatever name, whatever last name. I mean, there's no issues with using your real first and last name. Then just put any random address. So this is where it will work for people in other countries. So if you're not in the United States, this is where you just want to put any sort of random address, but then link it to a state or a city in America. So in the zip code, it's probably best to make sure that they're as close as possible to at least a state and a city, because they might actually check this. But hey, who knows? They're probably not going to care. Now this part is the most important part, where you put in correct email address you want the code to be sent to. If you don't put in your correct email address, the code will either be sent to a random email which isn't yours, or won't actually get sent to you and you won't receive it, meaning you have to do the whole process again and pay another 50-cent fee. Put in your email address, make sure it's correct, confirm it. This is the one that you have access to that you can use to get your code. Once you've completed that, go confirm contact information. Now, as you can see, it says you agree that you'll be charged 50 cents for the age verification to use this service. And then you click agree, and you add in your payment information. So name on card, credit card details, CV number, all that. Now, once you've completed the form, it will say that it's going to send you an email, and it will send you the email with the code. As soon as you get that code, type it into your Switch to unblock it. Now your Switch should have all its parental codes either removed or have the ability to actually change it to a different number which you will remember. That helps, and thanks for watching. I'm going to be showing you how to use cable ties correctly and some tricks and tips to help successfully use them without them getting damaged. So first thing to look at is when you go to thread a cable tie, you've got the serrated side and you've got a flat side. The flat side is always going to be on the outside of the item that you're securing. Otherwise, the locking mechanism that's inside the head of the cable tie won't be able to grasp it. For instance, if you have a look, stick this in like that, it just slides through and then slides back out. Another thing to look out for is if you've got the serrated side and you've stuck it in and it's not securing, the locking mechanism in the middle can get damaged and be broken. So double check that. You've also got to know what you're securing and how the best way to do it is. So even if it's not long enough to reach around completely, you're sometimes best to join two together. As you can see, these two have both the same size heads, and you can join them together to make one longer, a longer cable tie. Next thing is you got the heavy duty ones. Obviously they're longer and they're more heavy duty for securing items which may be outside in the weather or have high wear to them. So that's another thing to consider. And then you've got these little baby ones, which, for instance, if you've got an item like this, loop it around, pull it through, and as you can see, that's secure. If you're going to use a larger cable tie, you may find that it will not loop around correctly. Let's check it out, see if this one would loop and secure it. See, as you can see, there's too much gap in there, and that could pull through, whereas this one here, very secure. So the size that you're using of the cable tie does make a difference. You can also potentially reuse the cable tie. So if you cut it correctly, as you can see, this has already been used just here, but if you cut it in this spot here and leave enough length, you'll be able to reuse this cable tie. See, it's gone through. If you cut it in this spot here and not next to the head, you'll be able to use it. So we'll cut it here. This will pull through and you can use it again. Now, to undo a cable tie can be quite difficult because when you pull that way, it won't actually pull through. If you damage the locking mechanism in here, that will allow you to pull the cable tie back through. It's not very easy to do, but a simple screwdriver, just levering that, generally solves that problem. As you can see, that's a few tips and tricks when using cable ties and how to use them. Hopefully it helps you in the future, and thanks for watching. If your S Pen isn't working, whether it be dead spots on the screen or maybe the air actions, this video will hopefully help you sort it out. We'll find out whether it's the device, the pen, or maybe something else that's causing this issue. So first thing you got to do is go into your diagnostics, and we'll go to S Pen touching, and we'll just see where the actual issues are. So this just involves drawing on the screen with the S Pen. Now, as you can see, this phone's showing that there's a dead spot. The dead spot is in this location here. So the question you got to ask yourself, what's causing this? Obviously the pen works, so it's likely something to do with the phone. But surprisingly, the S Pen is disrupted by magnetism. So most of these cases have a magnet. This one has a magnet just here. Now if I move that magnet away and then draw on this spot, let's have a look. It's now finding it a lot better. So what we'll do is we'll just restart the test and just see if that's actually solved the problem. So moving the magnet away did make a difference. What we'll do now though is we'll remove it from the case and just see if maybe there's another magnetic force that's causing the issue. So we removed it from the case. Let's give it a try. Move that away. So now I've taken it out of the case completely. As you can see, there's no dead spots on the screen. So what was happening is there's magnets in the case which are stopping your pen from working. Solution to this is either get a case with no magnets or move the magnets away. So this one here, the magnet here, you'd want to move that away. And somewhere around here, it looks like there's another, magnet. But as you can see now, that's working fine. So generally, it will be an accessory you have like a case, or maybe there's a magnet that's close by that could prevent your S Pen from working. Now with air actions, if you're using the wrong model of S Pen, this will stop air actions from working. So if I use this S Pen, this is from a Note 10, I can still swipe around the screen. As you can see, no dead spots. I could fill up the screen, it would probably take too long. It may draw, but if I use air actions with this one, it actually won't connect to this S22 Ultra. So you have to have the original pen, the one that's made for the device that you've got. Otherwise, you may have limited functionality with your S Pen. Well, hopefully this helps, and thanks for watching. This video will show you how to do a deep clean of your PS5 fan and heat sinks. Firstly, to access the screws of the fan, you have to remove this shroud here. Just comes off. Now with the screws, you have to make sure you keep note of the order they come out, because they're a different size depending which one they are. First one. Second one. And the fourth. This will allow you to remove the shroud around the fan. Now the screwdriver bit I'm using for this one is a T8. It's a security bit. It's got a little dot in the center, just for security. T8. Take away the shroud. Now this will allow you to lift out the fan. You can still leave the wires connected if you can trust yourself. As you can see, dust around the fan and inside the unit itself. Try and get it so it's angled correctly. That you can see the heat sinks. It's got a whole bunch of dust around those heat sinks and the fan. Now to put it back together, make sure you line up the fan with these two dots here. Now this will have an orientation. You have to make sure you keep this side where the wires are. Once again, starting with a small one. Top left hand side, make sure you do line it up, because otherwise you'll thread the plastic, and if you thread the plastic that will make it a whole lot difficult getting it all back in. So second one, top right hand side, and now these two should be the same. This one's for the bottom right hand side. Screw down, and the last one for the bottom left hand side. Once that's all back together and cleaned out, switch it on, make sure you don't hear any weird noises, and that should put the shroud back on. This goes around the edges, make sure you insert it into both sides. Be it all done. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. My computer has some fan noise. So what we're going to do now is investigate further to see what it's doing. I'll just give you a quick demonstration to see how it changes as the fan speed changes. We can tell it's a CPU fan, which is on the, looks like the left hand side. So what we'll do is we'll shut it down and see what's actually happening here. Now I've done all the screws, let's remove the cover. Okay, so we're inside. I'll just rotate it around to make it easier to see. There we go. I think we found the issue. So it looks like there's a piece of a bug shell stuck inside it. Remove that. Give it a quick blow and see if that makes a difference as well. See, a lot of the times when the fans make a lot of noise, there's generally something inside stuck rubbing against it. Sounds alright there. Sounds alright there. So let's put it all back together and see if that's fixed it. So that's all the screws back in. Let's give it a try. So far no noise. Put on auto fan. Not warm enough to do anything. Let's turn auto off here and just give them each a try. That's one side. And the next side. There you go, both fans are back to being silent. So if you're having a similar issue with your fans and it's making some noise, just take off the back, look at the fans, give them a clean, and hopefully that's the issue solved for you. Thanks for watching. If you've just bought a brand new Windows 11 computer, or you've just reset the current one you've got, you've probably been presented with a screen here which says to sign into your Microsoft account. Now when you go to the actual sign in spot, let's let it load. It will say to sign in, create an account, sign in on a device, or sign in options. No matter what you go to, it won't allow you to skip the sign in steps. However, there is a way you can actually bypass this component and actually allow you to use the computer, which I'll show you how to do right now. First thing, wait for it to load. So, where it says sign in, just type in any random looking email address. So it doesn't have to be anything special. Let's go no, it has to be in the email format, and then we go at n.com and we go next. Surprisingly, it will let us go to the next stage. Once it gets to the next stage, it'll ask you to put in your password. Just type in anything random, doesn't matter what it is. Click sign in, and then it will come up with a message on the screen. Something went wrong. Someone has entered the incorrect password for this account too many times and it's been temporarily locked. So once you click next, it will allow you to bypass that component, and now you can just set it up like normal. Let's just type in some random letters, go next. We won't worry about a password. And now fundamentally this has allowed us to set it up offline. So without using any Microsoft account, emails, passwords, anything like that, we've been able to bypass the screen just by saying a random email address, random password, and then Microsoft will say the account's been locked. Obviously it doesn't exist, but as you can see, that's how you can set up and bypass that setup screen on the Windows 11 computer. Hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. I'll show you how to set up an iPhone 14. Select your language, select your region. Usually you have to set it up with Wi-Fi or through the computer, but this one's already been set up. Confirm the privacy, set up your Face ID, set up your passcode if you want to. Add your Apple ID.
Hi, I'm Siri.
Set up the Siri. I'm going to show you a little known feature that I've set up on my iPhone 14 Pro Max. It's called the back tap. If you tap the back twice, it locks the screen. I'll show you how to set it up. Go to settings, scroll down to accessibility, then go to touch, and at the bottom of the screen you'll have back tap. I've set double tap for lock screen. You can set it up for many other different features, but there's also something called triple tap. Tap the back 3 times and it'll take you back home. All you got to do is tap the back twice and the screen will lock. If you have an iPhone that's not responding, this is the quickest way to hard reset it. Press the volume up button quickly, volume down button quickly, hold the power button in on the side. and then the phone will restart. The quick and simple way to factory reset an Apple iPhone. This will work for most iPhones 7 and above. First thing you do is you go into Settings, scroll to General, down the bottom to Transfer or Reset iPhone, and then you want to erase all contents and settings. Go Continue and erase iPhone. I'm going to do a quick teardown of this PlayStation 1 Slim. It's had a bit of a rough life, as you can see, and it's got a bit of a rattle. So I'm going to quickly investigate the rattle, unscrew it and see what could be causing it. Just standard Phillips head screws on the back. Well, those were tough. All the screws were the same sizes, so there's no need to keep them in any particular order. Let's see if that's got them all. There's one more just under this label here. It's also the same size. Okay, so let's see what we have. Well, already found the issue. There's this black piece of plastic. Where's it come from though? That's too smooth there. I wouldn't think it would be in that spot. Look underneath and see what it looks like. Yeah, can't exactly see where it's come from. Ah, here we go. Here's another. More pieces that would have been rattling around. Yeah, it's hard to see exactly where it would have come from, but that's the source of the rattling. Actually, before we go, we found the spot. So that's the spot there that it came from. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be showing you how to clean the power head on a Dyson vacuum. This one here is from a stick vac, but most Dyson vacuums have a similar sort of way of cleaning the heads of them. Now, there's going to be a few things you have to be aware of throughout the video, so I'll let you know of those. It will just make the process a whole lot easier and make sure it doesn't look like you're damaging it a little bit. So there's a few things you can use. Best thing to firstly use is a screwdriver. The larger headed ones are better than the smaller headed ones. If you use the smaller headed ones, it can tear into the groove. If it tears into the groove, it can leave marks similar to what you see here. So if you want it to look good, this is the best way of doing it. Now, first one to access is the top one. Get your screwdriver into the groove, and you want to twist this end all the way around. Cool, that's twisted when it reaches there. And that should just lift up. And then you can access this part here. As you can see, there's a bit of dirt. Toothbrush, clean it down. Then the next part to access while that's off will be this side cover. Now surprisingly, this one doesn't need to move too much, so it's only a really small turn. Feels like it should go further, but that is all it needs to travel. And now that just pops out, pull through the brush. As you can see, the brush has lots of hair and string wrapped around it. Clean that stuff off. And then you'll get your toothbrush or another brush and go through here and just clean it out. And then once you're done there, put the brush back in. That will just clip in like that. And then you can get your screwdriver, push it down, make sure this is lined up here first. Get your screwdriver, push it down, and then that just a small twist, and that's back together. Next one to put back on is the top part. Put it in like that, push it down, get your screwdriver, make sure it's lined up. That should clip in, and then it's just twisting it back until that's lined up, as you can see. So that's how you clean the power head and the brush of the Dyson vacuum. Hope that helps, and thanks for watching. This is how you spot fake Nintendo DS cartridges, and if you watch to the end, we'll open up the fake one and we'll see what it looks like compared to the real one. So to spot the fakes, firstly you look at the quality of the printing. As you can see, this one's quality is quite average compared to this one here. If you don't compare them, I mean, it does look okay, but when you compare them together, you can see it's not as quality. Turning it over, you can see that the Nintendo stamp is a lot different, and the style of the lettering and even the size is off. The fake one is larger and the genuine one is a lot smaller. Also, you'll see the Nintendo, as they say, the Nintendo I, the dot above the I, and even the one at the end, the dot, they are not the right shape. So this here is the genuine board. Let's open up this fake one and see how it looks and see how it compares. So already it's easier to open, which isn't right. And straight off the back you can see the fake one looks completely different. Poor soldering. Even got a weird stamp. Let's turn it over. Nintendo, obviously as well, Nintendo embossed down there in the corner. Turn it over. The real one has a nice chip. Fake one, who knows what this black dot is. But then there's also a lot smaller chip. And it's got Nintendo written in really weird small writing. Some information I forgot to include in the first recording is that every single genuine Nintendo DS, which is the one on the front here, has a slit in the top just in this section here. The fake ones will always be smooth. Even with the really good quality fakes, they can never get it right like Nintendo, and they're always smooth on the top when the Nintendo DS cartridge has the slit. Back to the video. So there, as you can see, that's how you can spot the fake Nintendo DS cartridges. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to add a second set of Nintendo Joycons to a Nintendo Switch OLED or Switch Original. First thing you need to do is to turn the switch on, navigate to System Settings, and then scroll down to Controllers and Sensor. Then go Change Controller Grip and Order. Next you get your Joy-Con that you want to connect. Hold in the button until the buttons start to sweep. And then it should connect to the next one. That one's paired. Now you can have it in two different options. You can have it where each controller is individual, so 2 players, or you can have them as one set. So we'll set this one up as 2 players first. So that one is set as a 2-player one. And same with this one. Let's have a look. Get the lights to sweep. And this one as well is now set up as another player. Now if you want to set them up together, it's a similar procedure. Just go change order and grip. Let the button sweep. First one will connect, and then you do the same to the second one without pressing the SL button and the SR button. Now they're paired together. If you hold the L and the R, they are now connected as one controller. Now to disconnect these, all you have to do is scroll down to disconnect controllers, hold in the X button, and this will disconnect all controllers. That includes the controllers that are with the Switch itself. However, you can reconnect these ones as you feel like it when you're ready. Well, hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. If you've got a Samsung phone that's coming up with either of these symbols on the screen, it generally means the sensor inside the charger port has detected that water has got in. This one has been dry for a little while, so there's no more water inside, but it's still coming up with this error on the sensor. Now there is a way to bypass this. Best way to bypass it is holding in the Bixby button and the volume down. Now this will restart the phone and bypass that issue. Now the issue is generally as well, it won't be charging. So once this turns on, I'll show you a workaround to bypass that, but also charge the phone, which is quite simple and easy to do. Just make sure it turns on and show you that it does bypass that error through the sensor. So as you can see, it does say that it's detected there's an issue with the charger port. Now the way to get through this is unplug it first, get yourself a wireless charger, and that wireless charger now will charge your phone. Now as you can see, this one's still indicating that the charger is plugged in or there's foreign material inside. As you can see, it's not plugged in, so this is probably showing that there might be dirt within inside the port. Now I do have a video that will show you how to clean that dirt out. I'll just leave it up in the corner there as a card for you, so you can check that out to show you how to clean out the port, which will hopefully stop this issue. If it still continues, you've cleaned out the port, there might be an issue with the actual port in general, and if that's the case, it may need repairing, because as you can see, it won't let you bypass that. So I've given the port a clean out and turned the phone off and on again, and as you can see now, it's wirelessly charging with no issues without the error message coming up. So hopefully that helps solve your issue. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to clean the power head on an LG Cord Zero vacuum. Now I'm going to show you the tools to use, and there's a few tips and tricks so you don't actually cause any damage to your item. First thing is you need a screwdriver. The larger headed ones are better than the smaller head. If you use the larger head, it gets into the groove a lot easier and will cause less damage. So I'll get into the light. As you can see, that will fit into the groove a lot easier. If you use a smaller one, it may still work, but it can actually cause some damage to the groove. So best to get one that fits correctly. Then all you have to do is twist it anti-clockwise until this part here reaches the bottom, as you can see. Now to get the brush out, this just twists towards you. So it can be a bit fiddly. Make sure we turn the clip enough. There we go. So that's past this point here, and now it should just lift and the whole assembly should pull out. Just clean down this part here first. Best thing to use is a small brush, like maybe a toothbrush. You can also use a cloth as well if you need to. Get your brush around here, all around here. This part here is the motor. So you have to be careful when you're working around this, otherwise if that breaks, your brush won't spin. Now to put it all back together, get your brush, insert it through, and then make sure it lines up. So we got to spin it, make sure it lines up. Once it lines up, this screw part should go back to where it was originally. And all you have to do is screw this past the little lock there. Line it up, screw it back. Now that's all locked in. And that should be all ready to go. So I hope that helps, and thanks for watching. In this video I'm going to show you how to add memory to your PlayStation 5. In the PlayStation 5 there's an expansion slot underneath the side which has the disc if you've got that version. Otherwise it's going to be on the right hand side of your console. So firstly slide from the top down. You will then see the memory expansion slot just here. Got the screwdriver kit. Using a Phillips head screwdriver. This one needs to be a larger one. There is a second screw that's located inside here. Remove the screw. Remove the slot cover. So you'll see this is where the slot is. Now there is another screw just here, and underneath that one there's a little cuff which, depending on the size of your hard drive, you actually have to locate into one of these screw holes. I'll unscrew that now just to show you how it works. This actually supports the SSD physically to make sure it doesn't move around in the actual hard drive slot itself. Take out that screw. This is what it is. Now that will go into one of these spots depending on which size hard drive, which physical size SSD you're using. For instance, let's go in that spot there. Then all you have to do is put the cover back on once you've obviously put the hard drive in and screwed it down onto the cuff. And then you just replace the cover and that will be all ready to go. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to connect Joycons from Nintendo Switch OLED or Nintendo Switch Original to a Nintendo Switch Lite. First thing you have to do is to turn the Switch Lite on. Now this works well when you're doing it, using it for 2-player mode. Then go to System Settings, scroll down to Controllers and Sensors, go change controller grip and order, select OK. Now to make it discoverable, you've got to hold in the button until the lights start to sweep. Now it's paired. Now there's 2 ways you can have it. You can have it in extra player mode where each one is a different controller, or you can have them joined together. So let's join these together. To join them together, you have to press the L and the R together once they're discovered. So now that makes them together. If you wanted to do each controller as a separate controller, make them discoverable again. And then it's just pressing the 2 buttons on top, the SL and the SR. And same thing for the next one. SL and SR, and that's now joined together as each individual controller. Now if you want to remove these controllers from the Switch, just scroll all the way down to disconnect controllers, and then it's just holding in the X button. And now these are disconnected. So that's how you can add extra controllers to your Switch Lite to play multiplayer games. Thanks for watching. This video is going to be a quick teardown and demonstration on how water speakers work. So if you're not already aware what water speakers are, they're speakers. You'll see the water canister sits on the top, has water inside. As the music plays, it's supposed to spray upwards. So I've already torn it down, ready to go. Now we're just going to connect it up. So this one originally was running 8.5 volts. However, I've got a 12 volt battery charger just here to try it all out. Let's just connect it all up, ready to go, and we'll see if we can get it working. Let's demonstrate it. So we've got the black wire connected. I'm just going to get the red one. Try and straighten it up. There we go. That should be a good enough angle, and let's see how we look. Yep, so it's not connected, so we'll reconnect the bottom one. Definitely a power on, so I know that's good. There we go. So let's straighten it up. So as it plays music, it then pumps some voltage through to a pump at the bottom and sprays the water up. So as the music plays, it will just play it in time with the music, and the pump, which is this particular device at the bottom, pushes that water up and sprays it. And then you would have some lights and LEDs under here which will then light up the water that sprays up and give a pretty cool effect. So that's a quick teardown and demonstration of how these water speakers actually work. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you the basics of how to test gold. So first things first, you do need your safety gear, glasses and gloves, and also something to wipe away the acids, because you will be using strong acids. Acid, if it gets on your skin, can be very dangerous. Make sure it doesn't get on your clothes. So first thing we need to do is make sure it's actually gold. So we get the ring and we get a little stone. Just rub a small amount onto the stone. Just check the spot that you rub to see if it looks like there's any silver or copper showing through, because things can be copper and silver inside but gold on the outside. Firstly, we get our 10 karat acid. If this is 9 karat or 10 karat, it should neat through. Just one drop. Let's have a look. So as you can see, that's holding. Clean that off. Do another little wipe. And this time we'll use a 14K acid. So we know that this ring is at least 9 carat based on that the acid didn't eat it away. This is the 10K acid. Now if you have a look, the acid is actually eating away at that gold, which means the ring that we have here is a 9 carat ring. So that's the quick basics on the safety and how to test gold. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to test a car stereo, either outside of the car or without having a car. So first things first to check is to make sure that the face is detachable if it's the model that detaches. If this doesn't detach, it's likely there's an issue with the stereo. Next thing to look at is the loom. Is there an actual loom with the product? Because these are detachable. If that's not with it, they can be a real nightmare to find because they're all different and they're not interchangeable. Next thing on is powering it on. So you get your battery charger, and then you turn the stereo around. Your yellow is your constant power, your red is just power in general, and your black is your ground. Constant power just means that when the car is off, it continues to run. So you switch these two together, the yellow and the red. You get this car battery charger, just 12 volts. Attach the red to the yellow and red, and then the black to the black. Turn around and you should see the car stereo light up. Next thing you do is get a CD. I've got a KISS one here. Check for the eject, make sure accept it in, and that'll come out. It should work if it's counting the CD up and down. So as you can see, this is counting up and down. You possibly could get some tiny speakers and connect it to the wires at the back, and that will allow you to actually hear some sound. But this is a quick way to do a function test. Make sure it comes out. That's all good. That's the basics to test it outside a car. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to not get scammed when buying iPod Air Pros. Even if it's not a fake, you can still get scammed if you're buying it secondhand. So first thing to look out for, before looking at the condition, is the serial numbers. Each iPod Air has its own individual serial number printed on the bottom, and its own individual model number. Each model number for each side will be the same, but the serial number on each of the sides will be different. The case, however, is the one which has the main serial number if you need to send it into Apple. The next thing to look out for if you're buying a second-hand one is that it's not locked to someone's account. To check this, it's nice and quick and simple. Put it to the Apple phone, and it'll actually ask, not your AirPods. So first thing to do is go connect, and it'll actually, once you connect them up, come up with, hold in the back, say connecting, and actually say that it's locked to a particular owner. If this is the case, even though it will connect and you can still hear it, you can actually be tracked. So these can actually be tracked by the original owner who actually purchased the product. So there's another way you can also check, which is typing in the serial number to the Apple website. If you type in that serial number to the Apple website, it will tell you if it's legit. The only problem is most of the fakes have a constant serial number which will appear on all the fakes. And if this is the case, the website may not pick it up. So first thing to do is connect it to your phone. And if it comes up not your AirPods and with a different email address assigned to it, this means that you're probably going to get scammed or you'll be tracked and they're not the actual owners that you're buying it from. Anyway, I hope this quick video helped. Thanks for watching. So I'm going to be showing you how to get into fast boot mode on your Google Pixel Watch 2. And then once we've gone to fast boot, I'll show you how you can factory reset your Google Pixel Watch 2 just in case you're either locked out and forgotten the password or you're having issues with your device. So firstly, when you want to get into fast boot, you have to press the crown in, and then as soon as you see the G logo on the screen, double tap the top corner and bottom corner. So let's give it a try. Now we're in fast boot. Now when you're in fast boot, you can only navigate using the side buttons. So top button and crown button. It won't work with screen touching or with twisting the crown. So top one navigates down and crown selects. So let's give it a try. Now we want to go to recovery mode. Now this is how you do the factory reset. You have to be ready because once this comes up with no command, you have to immediately press the crown in and then swipe up. And as you see, now we're in the factory reset. Also, you've got the other system settings that you can change if you need to. There's more if you scroll past here, so let's have a look for factory reset. There you go, wipe data factory reset. You got to hold your crown in and press it, and then navigate with the top button down and factory reset again. So as you see, that's now formatting the unit. And once that's all complete, you can then just go reboot system now, and it will reboot as the device is all wiped. We'll go on to power off, and then it's all turned off. You've probably tried to do this before, where you've tried to do a hard reset on your Samsung phone by holding down the power button and volume down to turn it off. And then as soon as it turns off, switching to volume up and the power button, then releasing. And yet, for some reason, it doesn't work. Well, the method I'm about to show you will work all the time, 100% of the time. Just wait for it to start up first. Then what you need to do is get a USB cable. Just plug it straight into your computer. You can even do this now, plug it in while it's starting up. And it's just following the same method. So once it's plugged into the computer, volume down and power. And as soon as it switches off, switch to volume up, release the power button. As you see, now we've been able to get to recovery mode. And this is where you can go down to factory reset if that's what you want to do. Factory reset. It's as simple as that. All you have to do is make sure you plug it into a computer and plug the cord into the phone, and then follow the same steps and your phone will be reset. Once that's turned on, just set it up as normal. Hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. If your gaming console is having eject issues, it's generally because the rubber band inside the disk drive has been stretched. So there is a way to fix this, just by using a bit of grease. So first thing you have to do is get the console open. This one, just give it a little whack and it opens up. Now on this one here, the rubber band is just inside there. So we get our grease and a cotton tip. Just put some of the grease on the cotton tip. Doesn't have to be too much. And then you just put it onto the rubber band inside the console. Okay. Let's give that a try, see if it worked. Close it. And then open. Sometimes it needs a few coats to get it to work. There we go, we've added a bit more grease. Give it a try again. As you see, the console is now opening. closing. Cool, hope that helps your issue. Thanks for watching. This is Tom from Tech Teardown, where we review and test a product for 2 minutes or less so you don't have to. I have in front of me the Milwaukee M18 Fuel half-inch compact impact wrench. This impact wrench is designed to provide maximum access in tight spaces while delivering up to 339 Newton meters of torque. The battery-powered impact wrench is only 124.5 millimeters in length, making it ideal for confined spaces. The power state brushless motor provides the power to remove stubborn fasteners with ease. The tool also features tri-LEDs that surround the anvil to provide brighter light with fewer shadows. The 4-mode drive control offers enhanced precision with a range of preset RPM and IPM levels, which can be selected from a single button on the tool. The auto shutoff in mode 4 applies no more than 27 Newton meters of torque for hand-tight fastening applications to prevent over-tightening. Bolt removal in mode 4 also decreases RPMs once the bolt is loosened to prevent fastener drops. The Red Link Plus intelligent electronics ensure maximum performance while protecting the tool against overloads, overheating, or over-discharge. The M18 Red Lithium Ion battery pack, which can be matched to the tool, fits all M18 tools, providing more work per charge and more work over the life of the pack. If you use the link in the description below to purchase the product, we get a small kickback or fee for the recommendation. This link provides you with a list of buying options for the product. Having a list of buying options in one spot will save you both time and money, so there is no need to go looking yourself. Hopefully this video has helped you with your purchasing decisions. This has been Tom from Tech Teardown. Could this be one of the rarest PlayStation 2 accessories ever produced? Leave a comment of what you think it could be. I'll give you a few clues. It was produced back in the 2000s. It was an additional item. It didn't come with the console, and they produce these now still for the PlayStation 5s. What do you think it could be? That's right, it's the PlayStation 2 Slim vertical stand. So these vertical stands used to have a screw which screwed underneath into the PlayStation 2 Slim. It lined up with 3 holes, and once those 3 holes were lined up, you screwed the screw, and this would help the PlayStation 2 Slim stand up. If your split system Fujitsu air conditioner isn't running as efficiently as it used to be, maybe it's not cooling efficiently, maybe it's not heating efficiently, or maybe it's not blowing efficiently, it could be that the filters need cleaning. So I'm going to show you how to access these filters and how to clean them. And clip the panel from the front. That's one side done. That's the next side done. Should lift up and hold. Now I've already done one side. This will be a comparison to show you what the differences are. So firstly, the clean side. And now the dirty side. Let's go and compare the two. So here's the clean one, and here's the dirty one. Best way to clean it is to brush lightly over it with a soft brush. Once you brush it off, it should be as clean as that one there, and then you can just install it again. And once they're clean, it's the reverse procedure to put them back in. Slide it up, clip it down. Next one, slide it up, clip it down. Now, just before you close everything up, it's probably best to dust just above the filters so you don't have to clean them as quick as you had to this time. I hope that helps improve your air conditioner. Thanks for watching. If you're having issues with your VHS tape player or your VHS, either with the picture quality or something else going wrong, this video will hopefully show you what could be happening and how to fix it. So first things first, we'll turn it around. Let's give a better view. When the tape goes in, the VHS player wraps the tape around the head, and then these little spindles move it along. What generally happens is, if there's poor picture quality, the head gets dirty. If it's getting stuck, generally these spindles that accept it in are a bit sticky. So what we do first is we have to eject the tape back out. Get your cotton tip with some isopropyl alcohol and then just clean around the head and clean around the spindles. You can see this one's a bit wobbly, so that's likely to cause an issue with the tape as well. That would likely need replacing. Now generally, if you've done a good job, your cotton tip will be dirty with a black color. Once you think you've sorted it out, put the tape back in. Connect it back to your TV and see if this has helped solve the issue. Thanks for watching. If you've got an 18-volt Makita planer that's not turning on, or it's making a lot of motor noises, it could be the brushes need replacing. So I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. First things first, all you need is a screwdriver. This one's a flathead. And you just need to access this port here. Stick the flathead in. Spin it until it's loose. Now it is difficult to access this spot, so best way to remove the top cover is to tip the planer up, and this will access the top of the brushes. Next, you get your flathead and you lever the brush up. Once that's popped out, you can see this one has some wear because it's got a bit of a groove. This will be completely flat if it's a new fresh brush. And then to put it back in, just make sure the cutouts up there, these are on the side. Push it in. Now there's a bit of resistance because of the spring, but just make sure that you line it up. Push it down, that's stable. Put the cover back on. Give it a spin. Make sure it's nice and tight. And now get yourself a battery, try it out, and that should be all working again. Well, hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. So you've decided to become a YouTube creator. The first and most important thing you're probably going to have to get is video editing software to make quality long and short form videos. I've been doing YouTube for 6 months now, and the best one I've found to do all the basic stuff to start getting your content going is Microsoft Clipchamp. The good thing about Microsoft Clipchamp is it is free, bundled with Windows 11, and will also work on Windows 10. I'm going to quickly give you a rundown on how it works. I'll quickly show you how to import the media, and then I'll go to screen recording, and finally I'll show you text-to-speech. To import media, nice and simple. If you've already recorded something, you go to import media, click on what you want to import, and then drag it to the timeline. I would suggest splitting the audio or detaching it, so that allows you to edit the video and the audio separately so it doesn't cause any issues. Next thing I'll show you is how to screen record. As you can see, I'm screen recording right now. This is being screen recorded direct through Microsoft Clipchamp. To screen record, all you have to do is go to the Record and Create tab, and you'll see Screen Record, which will allow you to record either the screen you're in or desktop or whatever other screens you need to record. Text-to-speech is the next best option. Unfortunately, if I click this one, it's going to take me out of the screen record settings, so I won't be able to show you. But you'll get all the different voices that you usually see on all the short form and long form content on YouTube. It also gives you some nice simple templates for, let's say, in YouTube. As you can see, this will help you just start out on your journey through YouTube. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully that helps you get started on your YouTube journey. This video is going to show you how to open the case on an Acer Predator computer. They may look difficult, but that can be simple once you know what you're doing. So first things first, you have the back of the computer facing you. And there's two push buttons here which release the clips. This will remove the back of the computer. Next thing is to get a screwdriver, just a Phillips head. Unscrew the first screw, and then unscrew the second screw. Unscrewing those screws will release the side. It's just pulling back on this. And now that's all open, ready to go. Now to get the cover back on, it's just the reverse procedure. You put on the side panel, screw in each of the screws, one in the top, one in the bottom. You get the cover for the back. Best thing to do is you hold in the little clips. Push the top in first, push one clip down, click one side in, and push the other side down, click the other side in. That's all clicked in, ready to go. Thanks for watching. This is Tom from Tech Teardown. I'm going to quickly show you a couple of things that could be causing issues for your automatic starter, that is for the Weber Q range of barbecues. Watch to the end to find out a secret about the Weber barbecues that you may not know that could save you money. I have removed the starter so you can see it without the barbecue blocking your view of what could be causing an issue. As you can see on the starter, there are round notches that the grooves of the button will slide and twist onto. However, directly below these notches are two clips, one on each side, that secure the starter to the barbecue. If these clips are in their correct position, there should be no issues and the button will slide directly on and can be twisted into position. It is when these clips get depressed that they can impede the rotation and prevent the button going on. In some cases it may look like the button is correctly secured, but it is not actually making contact because these clips are blocking the rotation of the button. If the automatic ignition is still not working, it is likely the single AAA battery will need replacing. If what is mentioned above doesn't solve the starter issue, this may be a sign that the wiring, battery terminals, or starter itself may be faulty. If this is the case, you can contact Weber and your barbecue may still be under warranty even if you didn't get it from new yourself. They usually just need to know the details of the serial number that is printed on the white label on the back of the barbecue to see if it is covered. I hope this video has helped. Subscribe for more technology tips and tricks. This video is going to show you how to replace the brushes on a 9-inch Makita angle grinder. So these angle grinders have brushes on each side, one on this side, one on that side. To access the first location, you have to unscrew this screw here. Now underneath this little cover is where the brushes are located. Now they're a little bit more difficult to remove than a standard angle grinder or other brushed power tool. Underneath this cover, you'll see that this here is the brush being held down by this spring. So what you need to do is release the spring and then lift up the brush. Now that's the easy part, but once you've released the brush, you've got to then remove it from here. And once you've removed it from here, you can then replace it with the next one. As you can see, this brush is still in quite good condition, so we can put it back in. Now to replace it back, you need to lift the spring up and then place the brush under, in that groove that you got it out from. Cool, so that's the brush put in. The spring will go back on top. Now that'll be closed, screwed back down, and then you can move along to the next side where there's a brush located under there as well. So that's how you replace the brushes on the Makita angle grinder, 9-inch. Hopefully that helps out. Thanks for watching. If you had a PlayStation 2 when you were a kid, you probably hoped that Sony had made a wireless controller for the PlayStation 2. And it may look like they did, but they actually didn't. This one is a fake. You know why it's a fake? It's very poorly made. No Sony branding on it. I'm going to pull it apart just to see how they actually made it and if it was actually good quality construction or if it's actually made very cheap. Now I've actually undone all the screws to make it all simple and easy to check it all out. Very simple circuit board tree. Let's turn it over, see what it looks like. Look how lazy that is. They didn't even trim the legs of the LEDs. Now let's open up the controller and check it out. So straight off the bat, you can see not much to it. Let's have a look at the other side of the circuit board. Oh, this one looks like it's had a tough life. Unless that's how it was done in the factory. It just looks like it's been corroded or poorly put together. Well, it would be good if Sony had made a wireless controller, but unfortunately, as you can see, the aftermarket fake ones are just rubbish. If you're trying to play a game on your Nintendo 64 and you're not getting any picture, it's likely one of these things could be causing the issue. The last one is probably the most important one, which a lot of people don't realize. So the first thing to look at is if the power supply is working. First thing to look at is if you switched the power button on, you should get a light at the front. This will show that the power is actually working. Second thing to look at is how it's connected to the TV. If you look at the back, the multi-out adapter will either be for AVs or for RF. If it's RF, you'll have to tune it into an analog TV station. It won't work on digital. And make sure you select the right input if you're using AVs. Next thing to look at is the memory expansion port. If this is empty, you're not getting any picture or gameplay. Make sure there's something in there, and that will actually make it work. The next thing is if the reset button is stuck in. If this is stuck in, you won't get any gameplay or picture. And the final thing, which is the most important one, is if the game is faulty, it won't actually give you any picture. Right now, if you've got no game inside, you won't get any picture on the television. If you put a faulty game in, it will act like there's no game inside there. If you've got a working game, it should work perfectly fine. So it could either be the game or the connector inside. If it's the connector inside, it will need cleaning. If it's the game, you will have to replace it. So try it with multiple games just to see if it's likely the game or the connector. Well, hopefully this has helped. Thanks for watching. If you've got a phone that's having charging issues, this could be a potential fix. So if you go to plug your charger cord in, and for whatever reason it doesn't go in properly or it's a bit off angle and it actually doesn't let the phone charge, could be an issue with your charger port. Don't worry, it doesn't need replacing, it could just need a clean out. First thing to do, switch off your phone. Once that's switched off, it's a lot safer to work on the port. Get a little pin or a SIM card ejector tool, and then just see what you can work out of the port. Generally go around the edges, stay away from the middle, because that's usually where the connections go. As you can see, this one already has a lot of gunk coming out of it. Work around the edges, around where the clip is, the it clips in. Just as I said, to try and avoid the center section, because this is where all the connections are. They actually electronically connect. Still got more coming out. Let's see how this plugs in first. There we go, plugs in a lot better. And now it's charging. So hopefully that helps you solve the problem. Most people don't realize this, but the PlayStation 5 has a secret menu. Now this menu can help you with any issues that you're having with the PlayStation. Maybe it's not turning on, maybe you need to reset it, maybe you need to reinstall the software. This secret menu usually will help out. Surprisingly, it's not that difficult to get to. First thing you do is you go to the power button, you hold it in, it will beep once. And then you hear a second beep, that's when you release your finger. It's then going to ask you to insert the USB and connect the controller. What you do next is you press the PS button. Now this is the secret menu. The way to navigate around the menu is you can use only these up and down buttons here. It won't allow you to use the thumbstick, so it can restart the PlayStation 5, change the video output, repair the console, update the system software, restore any default settings, clear the cache and rebuild the database, or reset and install the system software. So in this case, we'll just do a reset, click yes. That will go through its resetting. Once that's all reset, that's the whole thing wiped, so there's no personal information on it. Anyway, that's how you get to the secret menu and reset the console. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to connect your Joycons to your Windows laptop or desktop computer. This computer is running Windows 11. So first things first, go down to your bottom left hand corner where it's got the arrow and select Bluetooth device and go add Bluetooth device. If you don't have the option for Bluetooth on your laptop, it might need a Bluetooth adapter because it doesn't have the Bluetooth hardware. I'll leave a link in the description to show you where you can actually get one of those devices to plug into your computer so you can actually use your controllers. Next thing, go to the add device. Now before we start, we get our left Joy-Con and hold in the pair button. Once the lights start to sweep, we can go to Bluetooth and then go left Joy-Con. Once it connects, you'll see that it's connected here, and now we've got to do the right one. So got the right one here, same process. Hold it in until it sweeps. Go to add device, Bluetooth, and the right one. And that one's done as well. So as you can see, both have been connected. Now you can play your games on your Windows laptop or computer. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. If your Samsung Solar Cell 1 remote has stopped functioning, this video will help you troubleshoot it to see what the issue could be. The first thing to test is to see if the remote is actually charged and working. So if you get your phone camera, you should be able to point it at the phone's camera and you'll see a little flash. This little flash shows that the infrared's working. If it wasn't working, it could be because the battery in the remote is flat. These ones here are either charged by solar or by USB-C. If it has been sitting maybe under your couch for a little while or in a dark room, it may need a jump start, so you'd use the USB-C charger. Plug it in, and you'll see the red light at the top indicate that it's charging. If you want to use the solar method, you'll have to make sure it's in a bright space in the sun where it's all lit up. The next issue that could be happening is that it's not actually paired to your TV. So there's a special method to actually pair it to the TV. First you turn on your TV, you point the remote at your TV, then you press and hold simultaneously the back button and the pause and play button simultaneously, and then release it once you see a message on your TV. Now this should have connected to your TV, and one of those solutions should have helped out. Thanks for watching. In this video I'm going to show you how to fix an overheating PlayStation 5. Generally the worst part with the PlayStation 5s is that they get a lot of dust trapped inside them, which stops the airflow. So this can actually cause them to overheat. So first thing to do is remove the top cover, grab the corner opposite the CD drive if you've got that version, slide it down. So this one has a fan just located there. It's not too bad, it's got a little bit of dirt. Grab a brush, brush one side down, grab your cover, brush the part of the cover that would be near the fan as well, because that sometimes attracts the dust. Now there's also a fan on the opposite side as well. So remove this cover, go to where it's got the P for the PlayStation, lift it up and push down. As you can see, another fan. This one's not too bad as well. This one's probably worse than the other side. Get that dust. Also dust around the grills. And anywhere else on the PlayStation, just in case that dust flies in. And don't forget the top cover. Give that a dust. Replace each side. Now hopefully that's solved the issue. Give it a turn on, give it a try. If it's not that unfortunate, it could be something to do with a thermal paste or something else on the board. Thanks for watching. If you've got a Makita angle grinder that has a motor that's not functioning, it's smoking, or it could be making loud grinding noises, this could be the brushes that's causing the issue. So this video will show you how to actually remove the brushes and replace them. So the Makita angle grinder has a brush on each side underneath these caps. First things first is to remove the top cap. And underneath will be a screw cap. Unscrew these screw caps. And then underneath the screw caps will be where the brushes are. As you can see, this is the top of the brush here. Just have to lever it out. And that's the brush from the inside. As you can see, this one has some wear to it. Then when you've got a replacement one, it's just as easy as fitting it back in, sticking in the grooves, screwing the top cap on first, and then pushing in the last cap on top there. And then it's just repeating the same on the other side. You want to do them both at once, just to make sure it fixes the issue, and hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching. In this video I'm going to show you how to connect your Nintendo Joycons to your Samsung smartphone. This can usually work with any Android phone, depending on what operating system it's running. First thing you do is you go to your settings, go to Wi-Fi Bluetooth connections, click on Bluetooth. Then on your first Joy-Con, click the pair button until it flashes. This means it's in pairing mode. Find the Joy-Con on the Samsung screen. Then click pair. That's the first one connected. Next, do the same with the other Joy-Con. Scan. Select it. Select pair. And that one finishes pairing. You'll have both your Joy-Cons functioning on the Switch at the same, on the Samsung at the same time. Thanks for watching. If you have an overheat in PlayStation 4 Pro or PlayStation 4 Slim, this is a potential fix, hopefully fix the overheating issue. As you can see, this one's already in pretty poor condition. If you look around the edges, it's got a whole bunch of dust clogging the fins and the vents. But it's the dust you can't see that's the biggest issue. So first thing you have to do is get this top cover off. Just go into the corners at the front, just lifting it off. It's one side, that's two sides. The cover will just slide off. As you can see, this one is caked full of dust. Now it's just a matter of cleaning this out of the console. Once this is all cleaned out, just place the cover back on, starting with the back first. Sliding it forwards, making sure all the clips at the front are lining up. Push it down. As you'll see, it's all clipped in, back ready to go. Give it a try and hopefully that's solved the problem. If it hasn't solved the problem, unfortunately, it's likely to be either the fan's not working itself or there could be something wrong with the motherboard itself. So hopefully that's helped. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to replace the filter on a Click air purifier. I'll also show you some simple methods on troubleshooting it if you first open it up and the air purifier isn't filtering. So if this is the first time you're using it, you'll find the filter in the base. Just twist the base like this. Now the filter will actually be coated in a plastic film. This film has to be removed before it can be used. So if you're finding that it's not working or not filtering when you first open the box, this is what's going to be causing that issue. So once you remove that film, it just goes back in the same way you took it out. And then you get the base, and you just clip it in and you spin it. Now if you're replacing the filter after it's dirty, it's the exact same method. The only thing you'll have to do is now reset the filter element. So what you'll find is, if it was a dirty filter, this light here will start to flicker. What you have to do is hold that in for 3 seconds, and then that will reset the filter element, and the new filter will be installed ready to use. If you don't do this, it will still work. It will just continuously flicker and you won't know when the filter is ready to be replaced. So hopefully that helps, and thanks for watching. If you're having issues with your iPod Classic, this video is going to show you how you can restore it to allow it to work correctly. First thing you have to do is make sure you're connected to the internet and that you have a 30-pin cable connection, which you should have if you've got an iPod Classic. Then what you do is you plug your 30-pin in, you connect it to your computer through the USB port. Now you've got to have iTunes loaded onto the computer. This is currently working as of 2024. The computer will recognize that the iPod's been connected. Now it may need charging first before you can continue. As you'll see here, your iPod is ready just here. Now you just go to the iPod symbol just here, click on that, and go Restore iPod. Once you click restore, everything on the iPod will be erased, so back it up if you need to. Otherwise click restore to Apple's usual terms and conditions. And that will start the restoration process, which once again will erase everything, but hopefully will get your iPod back to working condition if you're having any issues with it. Well, hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. This has got to be Nintendo Switch's second biggest issue. I've already done a video on Nintendo Switch's biggest issue that they have, but this I would have to say has to be the second one. It's got a design issue. So we first look at the lights. This one's designed pretty well. You can still open up the game slot no matter how your hands are, how your fingers are, what your nails are like. You've then got the original Switch. Once again, same situation. Open the game slot, no issues. Works well for what it is. And then you have your Switch OLEDs. This is where you would think that they would have changed the designs for the better, but it actually is for the worst and affects more people. If you don't have nails, so I've got a little bit of a nail there, so it makes it a little bit easy, but if you're a nail chewer or don't have nails cut up and you've cut them short, this slot here can be very difficult to open. So because of how thin it is here, most of the time if you've got no nails, you won't be able to open this. Give it a try if you're just trimmed your nails or a chewer. Try and open it and you'll probably discover it's one of Nintendo Switch's biggest design flaws. Probably their second biggest design flaw. Anyway, thanks for watching. Video, I'm going to show you the quickest way to factory reset the Nintendo Switch Lite, and at the end of the video I'll explain how and why this is the quickest way to do it. Firstly, you have to turn the Nintendo Switch Lite off. Now this has to be completely off, not in sleep mode, so power options, power off. Once that's switched off completely, you hold the volume up and down buttons and the power buttons all together, and then once the Nintendo picture comes on the screen, you release the power button but continue to hold volume up and down. Just keep holding that. What will happen is you'll get to the recovery mode. Once you get to recovery mode, go down to restore factory settings. It'll ask you to make sure you're sure we're doing this. Go continue, continue, and continue. Wait a couple of seconds and then restore factory settings. Now that'll take maybe up to 10 minutes to complete. Now the reason why this is better than doing it the other way is the other way will require an internet connection. So if you don't have internet available or you can't connect to Wi-Fi, this is the quickest way to do it, as you can see. And hope you enjoyed the video. This is Tom from Tech Teardown, where we review and test a product for 2 minutes or less, so you don't have to. I have in front of me the Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, Kylo Ren Black Series Force FX lightsaber prop replica. The Kylo Ren Force FX lightsaber prop replica brings exquisite features, attention to detail, and decoration, providing the quality and realism needed by every true Star Wars enthusiast. Feel the Force with a lightsaber, featuring classic lights and sound effects, and real metal hilt. The lightsaber battery pack takes 3 AA batteries and is located under the pommel, which can be unscrewed. The power switch is discreetly located at the top of the hilt where the lights intersect. If you use the link in the description below to purchase this product, we get a small kickback or fee for the recommendation. This link will provide you a list of buying options for this product. Having a list of buying options in one spot will save you both time and money. Hopefully this video has helped you with your purchasing decisions. This has been Tom from Tech Teardown. I'm going to show you how to apply a screen protector to a Nintendo Switch and make it bubble free. Firstly, try and find a room which has little dust in it. Generally a bathroom which has just been used and has been steamy is the best place to go. Otherwise, just find a place which is dust free. Get a lint-free cloth, give it a bit of a clean. Make it as clean as possible. Get your screen protector. Now, best thing to do is hold it upside down so the sticky side is facing down. Then when you've done it wrong, you rip it off and you stick it in the bin. Look at that, the perfect bubble-free finish. A Nintendo Switch Lite, a Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch OLED. We're going to do a factory reset and we're going to see which one factory resets first. So basically which one's quicker. This is where the Switch Lite finishes first. Then you have the original Switch in a not so distant second. And as you can tell by now, lastly is the OLED Switch, which is a shock. You'd think that one would be the fastest of all of them. I'm going to do a quick teardown and clean out of the Dyson hot and cold. This will show you how to actually clean out the insides of it when it gets very dusty, but also if you watch the end I'll show you a few tips to look out for to make sure you don't damage it. Now, I've already unscrewed it all, so it saves a bit of time. The bit I was using is a T9. Doesn't have to be security, just has to be one with the star shape patterns. So to unscrew it, 2 screws here, then 2 screws on the opposite side. And when you open it up, as you can see, this one here is particularly bad. Crazy. So now the things to watch out for is when you dismantle it, you have to make sure you don't sever the wires at the back here. There's some wires that go from the base up through to the fan motor. Have to make sure when you're moving the fan motor, or the fan power supply off, that it doesn't damage these 2 wires. This video is going to show you how to pair your PlayStation 5 controller to your laptop computer or computer in general. This computer is running Windows 11. So the first thing to do is go down to your taskbar and to the arrow, select Bluetooth devices and go add Bluetooth device. If you don't have the option for Bluetooth on your laptop, it might need a Bluetooth adapter because it doesn't have the Bluetooth hardware. I'll leave a link in the description to show you where you can actually get one of those devices to plug into your computer so you can actually use your controllers. Next, go to where it says connect a hardware device, go add device, Bluetooth. Now you got your PlayStation 5 controller into pairing mode. Press and hold the PS button and the share button up the top. Hold those in together and wait for it to start flashing. Once it starts flashing, you should see on the screen wireless controller. Click on that one and go done. As you can see, it shows that the wireless controller is paired. That's your PlayStation 5 controller. Hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. If you own a PlayStation 4 Pro and you want to upgrade the hard drive, this video will show you just how to do that. First thing you do is need to access the hard drive. Hard drive on the PlayStation 4 Pro is underneath this little cover here. Just pull it down. And that gives you the slot where the hard drive goes. Next thing you know is you need a small Phillips head screwdriver. Sort of like this. Unscrew the screw. Keep the screws safe because you can't replace these ones unless you contact Sony directly. Now this will allow you to release the hard drive. Once you've unscrewed the hard drive and put the new one in, it's the reverse procedure. Into the slot, push it in, and screw it back in. Don't forget to put the cover on. Now the maximum hard drive size the PlayStation 4 Pro will allow is up to 8 terabytes. Now it's not as easy as just sticking the hard drive in and you're good to go. You will need to actually get a USB and install the system software just through one of the USB ports. So hope this helps you install the new hard drive for a PlayStation 4 Pro. This video is just a quick teardown on the Baitcaster fishing reel. So we're going to open it up and have a look and see how it actually works and what's inside. I've removed most of the screws, so this should be nice and quick. Just remove the handle, the top spindle. This one's a bait runner. Here we go. So this is the inside mechanical workings. As you see, let's see, when this spins, there we go. When that spins, it spins this inside cog. The bait caster or bait runner side of things, when you engage it, pushes this up to here, and then it stops just there. So handle goes there. You got your on and off switch for the bait caster side of things. And so yeah, as you can see, they're very simple. Well, they're not really simple actually. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes underneath all the covers, but they're still quite interesting, and this allows you to catch the fish. There you are. Well, thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to fit the Canon lens to the Canon camera. Now it may sound like a simple task, but if you don't do it right, it can actually damage either the lens or the actual camera itself. So first things first, this particular Canon camera requires an EF type lens. Make sure yours is compatible with what you're using, otherwise no matter how hard you try it won't fit. First things first is make sure you line the square up with the square. As you can see, there's a little square just here and a little square just there. Make sure that lines up. That lines up there, and then that square should go down to where the button is that releases the lens. So we rotate it down, hear it click. Now that's ready to go. To release the lens, it's just pushing the button in, move it back up. It will go where the square is, and then it's just releasing. Put a cover on the camera so it doesn't allow dust to touch the sensors, and that's as easy as that. So hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. This is my brand new tech toy, the Big Mouth Billy Bass. He's the singing fish, motion activated, and sings 2 songs. Have a listen. And then song number 2.
Here's a little song I wrote. Might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy.
Oh, he'll be a perfect addition for the man cave. So I'm going to be showing you how to replace the ear tips on the Apple AirPod Pros. This will work for the generation 1s and 2s, and maybe the 3s, depending what Apple decide to do. Now, while it may seem simple, it can be an issue because you could damage this potentially. So first thing to do is flip the top sleeve up and then slightly just pull until you hear a snap. Now when it comes to replacing it, it's a little bit difficult because it's a different shape. As you can see, it's a bit rounded. So you line it up You just move it around until it feels like it's in the right spot, and then you push it down and you'll hear it snap again. And just close it over. Same thing to do for the next one. Open it up, pull it off, you hear the snap, and then just reorientate it. And if it's gone, you'll hear a snap again. I'm just going to leave a link in the description where you can buy some more of these ear tips for the AirPod Pros. But you can get different colors and shapes and styles. Now this link is a paid link, so if you buy anything through the link, it will support the channel. Thanks very much. I'm going to be showing you how you can set your Pioneer car stereo to have the display automatically go on and off once you've finished selecting what you want to select on the stereo. So if you have a look on the left hand side, you'll see that there's a button that says DISP off, which must mean display off, which will also turn it back on. So this is how you do it. You go to that button, hold it in until you see a message pop up on the screen that says DISP off. Now you'll still have sound coming through, watch. And then it will light up while you're doing what you need to do. And then after a few seconds, it will turn back off again. And then to get it to turn back on permanently, back to DSP off, hold it in. And now your display will constantly stay on, so it won't switch itself off. Anyway, hope that helps. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to put your LG soundbar into demo mode or to deactivate demo mode on your LG soundbar. So first thing you do is turn the soundbar on. This is firstly to put your soundbar into demo mode. You'll see there's a display on the screen. All you have to do is hold in the function button. And then it will show up with demo and some lights underneath. Now if you give it a minute or two, it will start playing sounds. You can adjust the volume while it's playing to make it louder or softer. Now to deactivate demo mode on the LG soundbars, hold in the function button again. Give it maybe 10 or so seconds. And demo mode will turn off. Hopefully that sorts out your issue. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to connect your Nintendo Joycons to your Apple computer. First things first, you go to your settings and then to Bluetooth. Now that'll start searching for devices. Then you get your first left Joy-Con, hold in the pair button until it starts to sweep. Once it starts to sweep, it should then appear on your screen. Go connect. And now you have to connect up the second Joy-Con or the right one. Doesn't matter which order you do it in. Same situation, hold it in to the light sweep. And then go connect right Joy-Con. And there you go, now that's both of your Nintendo Joy-Cons connected. Hope that helps, thanks for watching. If your Nintendo Wii controllers aren't connecting to your Nintendo Wii, or they connect but you don't get the little hands that moves around, it could be your sensor bar that's the issue. I'll quickly show you now how to actually test the sensor bar to see if this could be the issue. I'm using the front camera of my phone. It may work on the back camera as well. First thing to do is plug in one sensor bar, have a look, turn it on, the Wii. Now this sensor bar is not working. Show you the other one. this sensor bar, as you can see, is working. So this should work on most phones. Back camera may work, front camera may work, either one may work. Just depends what technology your camera is using, but the working sensor bar will actually put out some infrared lights. So this is how you can check to see if your sensor bar is working. This video is going to be a side-by-side comparison of a mechanical hard drive and a solid-state hard drive. Firstly, we'll start with the mechanical hard drive. I've already pulled all the screws out, so it makes it quick and easy. Mechanical hard drives, as you can see, are a lot more technical. They have a lot more mechanical pieces. And here's a magnet, and there's a platter which the needle runs across and stores all the data. These ones here, at least, if the hard drive fails, generally you can get all the information off these platters through a recovery expert. The next one is the solid state hard drive. These hard drives have a lot more chips on them. Unfortunately, if one of those chips goes, you could potentially lose all your data. So each hard drive has some advantages and disadvantages. This one generally runs a lot faster and doesn't need defragmenting because all of the data is put in nice, neat little rows. Whereas this one here, all the data is just put straight onto the platter and generally it needs moving around to keep in a good order. They're the two hard drives side by side. That's the comparison. This video is going to show you how to pair your Xbox One controller to your computer. First things first, you go down to the left-hand corner where there's a little arrow. Click the arrow and go to Bluetooth. Go add Bluetooth device. If you don't have the option for Bluetooth on your laptop, it might need a Bluetooth adapter because it doesn't have the Bluetooth hardware. I'll leave a link in the description to show you where you can actually get one of those devices to plug into your computer so you can actually use your controllers. Next, you get your controller, and on the back it will show this part here, which is to sync it. Hold that in, wait until it starts flashing. Now this one automatically will come up down the bottom here to connect it, but you can also go to add device and that will search and find it. And it's through add Bluetooth, and you'll find your wireless controller here, or obviously down the bottom here. Well, hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to reset the Meta Quest 2. This is always good to do if you're selling the item and you want to remove your personal information, or if there's an issue with your headset and you want to see if it fixes the issue, either software or hardware. So first thing you do is you turn it off. Once it's off, you hold in the volume down button and the power button. Usually this will take maybe between 5 and 10 seconds. Now once that's complete, you should be wearing it. You'll be able to see a boot screen. This is the example here. And then in the boot screen, you would select to reset the device. And once it gets to the boot screen, to select the options, you move the arrows up and down, as in the volume plus and minus will move the cursor up and down, and the power button will select which one you want to choose. And once it's reset, you'll just set it up as you would normally if you got it straight from the factory or out of the box. Well, hopefully that helps, and thanks for watching. If you've got a Google Chromecast, it doesn't matter if it's this newer version or one of the older versions. This is the main reason why your Google Chromecast won't be turning on. So if you don't have the original power adapters, you might be using something similar to one of these. Now surprisingly, even though they're similar physical sizes, they don't put out the same amount of energy. This one here is only 550 milliamps, maybe able to see. And this one here is 2 amps. Most Google Chromecasts will require 1.5 to 2 amps, depending if it's the old one or new one. So best to try and get a 2 amp one, and then that should allow it to turn on. If you're using either the original one or a power adapter which provides enough power and it's still not turning on, it could be that the power adapter is faulty and would need replacing. So try obviously a power adapter with higher power. And then if you've already tried all those things and you're still not getting any results, you may need to replace the power adapter first. Still not working, maybe it's your Chromecast. So hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. If you've just started a YouTube channel, the made for kids setting can be the most annoying thing to constantly have to change when uploading videos. The good thing is there is a way to set it up so each video upload will be set for either made for kids or not made for kids, so you don't have to continuously review it. You'll still have the option to review it, but at least it'll be set to the default settings so you don't have to constantly keep changing it. So first thing you have to do is go to your studio, go to settings, then in settings, select your channel, and go to advanced settings. Under advanced settings, you'll see the audience, and it will say, do you want to set your channel as made for kids? I've got mine set for no because all my videos are not made for kids. You can select yes, but the default will be I want to review the settings for each video. The unfortunate thing is you'll have to change it in all the other videos that you've previously done, but moving forward, whatever setting you select here will continuously be selected for each video upload in the future. All you do is select the one you want to choose and go to save. It's quick and simple as that. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to fit the Nikon lens to a Nikon camera. Now, first thing to do is make sure your lens is compatible with your camera. Otherwise, you could do damage to either the lens or the camera itself. So, first things first, make sure the dot on the lens lines up with the dot on the camera. Line those two up. Make sure the fit feels good. It shouldn't be able to go down any further than that if it's fitting well. Twist it up and you'll hear it click. Now that's engaged. Next thing to do is if you want to release the lens, it's pressing this button just here. Hold it in. You should now be able to twist the lens and you'll see the white dot moving. Once it reaches this white dot here, you should be able to release it. Make sure you put a cap on your camera so the sensor doesn't get any dust on it, and hopefully that helps out with fitting the Nikon lens to the camera. Thanks for watching. If your Sony remote control isn't connecting to the TV or functioning correctly, it could mean that the remote needs resetting. So the first thing to do though is to check to make sure the batteries are working in it. If it's got good batteries, you should be able to point it at your camera of your phone and press a button. If it flashes, it means that the batteries are still good. Next thing to try is the reset. Take out the batteries from your Sony remote control. Hold down the power button for 8 seconds. Then after you've done this, install the batteries back in. Make sure it still lights up and try it on your TV. If this hasn't fixed it, unfortunately, it's likely there's an issue with the remote control or the television receiving the signal. But hopefully that's helped. Thanks for watching. This is how you replace the watch bands on the Google Pixel Watch 2. So first thing you do is you locate where the band joins the body of the watch, and you'll see there's a button here. Now the easiest way I've found to do this is to get the watch band and provide a little bit of pressure towards the button and push it that way, and then push the button in and it just slides off. Easy as that. Then to put it back on, press the band onto the button and then slide it down onto the rail, and that's clipped in. Same thing with the opposite side. A little bit of pressure, press the button in and it will just slide up. And then to put it back on, watch band on the button, slide it down, make sure it's in the rail, otherwise as you can see it won't clip in properly. On the button, slide down, and that's all ready to go. Make sure that they're all lined up, and that's how you can replace the watch band on the Pixel Watch 2. I'm going to be showing you how to set up a Samsung Galaxy Book without needing to log in with your Microsoft Windows account. So first thing you do is you'll probably present with this screen once you've done most of the setup. Go to sign in. Now for where it says sign in with the email, you just put any email address with whatever format you can. So as long as it matches the email format, doesn't matter what you put in. And then any random password. And now it will say something went wrong. The password you've entered has been done too many times and now the account is locked. But this will still allow you to set up further. Just put whatever random letters you like, or no password. As you can see, you've gone past the setup without needing to use a Windows account or create one. So hopefully that helps, and thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect your PlayStation 5 controller to an Android smartphone or tablet. First thing you got to do is get your PlayStation 5 controller into pairing mode. To do this, you have to simultaneously hold the PS button and the share button until you see a quick flash. This will continue to show that it's in pairing mode. Next, you go to your tablet, click on connections, go to Bluetooth. It will then find wireless controller, click on this. Click on pair. And now your PlayStation 5 controller is connected. It will also actually control all the aspects of the smartphone or tablet as well. As you can see, the controller actually does stuff on the tablet or phone. Thanks for watching. If you're having issues aligning your PlayStation 5 stand in the horizontal position, this video will show you how to do that. Also watch to the end and I'll show you a secret thing about the PlayStation 5 stand you might not already know. So first thing you do is you get your PlayStation 5 and your stand. Then you've got to align the stand with these symbols of the PlayStation 5. This is the base. Align the stand over the two squares. Push it down. And as you'll see, PlayStation 5 is perfectly straight. Now, the secret about the stand is that there's a little hidey hole where you can actually put your screw. Now, I'm sure you've seen that, but there's also a spot where you can attach the little button that hides the screw cover. It just goes into the little hole above the screw. As you can see, that's all hidden away there nice and tidily. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully that's helped out. In this video, we're going to show you where the SIM card tray for the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is. Plus, this is a dual SIM phone, so we'll show you where the second SIM card actually goes in the phone as well. Now, this phone will use a nano SIM card, so that's the smallest variety. The SIM card tray is just in the bottom, just in this spot here. Just use a little pin or SIM ejector tool. It'll pop out. Your nano SIM will go upside down in the tray. That fits quite snug. Now the second location for the SIM card is actually on the opposite side of the tray. So if you want to put a second SIM card in, just goes in like that. One SIM card in one side, one SIM card in the other. And unfortunately these do not have memory cards. So you can only use SIM cards and the internal storage of the phone. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. So I'm going to quickly show you how to pair your Android device and a PlayStation 4 controller together. Firstly, you go to the settings, go to Bluetooth, go pair new device. You'll start searching for a device. Then you get your PlayStation 4 controller, hold in the PS button and the share button. Until you see the light blinking very fast. You can then go search available devices. Click on wireless controller. Click pair. And now you've got the controller connected to your device. Simple as that. As you can see, it will still move around. You can actually control everything in your phone with the controller. This video is going to show you how to connect your PlayStation 4 controller to your laptop. First things first, you go down to the bottom left hand corner where it's got the arrow and you select Bluetooth devices and go add Bluetooth device. If you don't have the option for Bluetooth on your laptop, it might need a Bluetooth adapter because it doesn't have the Bluetooth hardware. I'll leave a link in the description to show you where you can actually get one of those devices to plug into your computer so you can actually use your controllers. Next, you get your PlayStation 4 controller and put into pairing mode, which is holding in the PS button and the share button until it starts to flash. Once it starts to flash, go add device, Bluetooth, and you'll see it comes up as wireless controller. Select that, and now it's connected. Simple as that. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. This video will show you how to set up the Nintendo Switch Lite. So let's get started. First select English or whatever language you're using, whatever country you're in. Go next, that's just the important information unless you want to read it. Next we'll be searching for Wi-Fi connections. You can just skip this part, which is pressing X. Select where you're from. You can update the date and time if you like. Next is you've got to set up your account. Won't go any further unless you set this up. Name it whatever you like. You can sign and link later unless you've got the account ready to go. Skip, next. Skip the next step, and you're ready to go. Now the only difference in the setup between the Nintendo Switch Lite and the Nintendo Switch is the Joycons will want to connect to the unit, so they'll want to click in each side. Well, hopefully that's helped you set it up. Thanks for watching. This is a quick unboxing video for the Parental motorcycle Bluetooth intercom system, the M10 by Cena. I'll also show you how to turn on the unit because it may not be apparent if you get the item secondhand or don't have the manual, because it's actually a bit of a different way of turning it on. So firstly, inside the box you got the unit itself. Just be aware that the port that's used for the microphone is proprietary. So it's only made for this unit. So if you lose the pieces, it might be hard to replace. Then you've got the user manual and the microphone mounts and other connections for the system. So to turn on the device, you've got to hold the middle button and top button simultaneously, and that will turn on the unit. Now to turn it off, it's the exact same way, top and middle, and the unit will turn off. That's my video for today. Hopefully that helps out. If you've got one of the original PlayStation 4s and you want to replace the hard drive on it, this way is the best way to do it. So first thing you got to do is remove this cover. Underneath this cover will be the slot that accesses the hard drive. So you've got to remove the screw to the hard drive holder first. And don't lose the screw because they're hard to get. You'd have to contact Sony directly to get a replacement. Hard drive comes out. Just unscrew the screws, replace it with a new one. Now it's not as easy as just sticking it in and hoping for the best. You will have to actually get a USB port, put the software on it, and then install the software to the new hard drive. Now the PlayStation 4s will support up to 8 terabytes of hard drive space. And then once it's all done, screw it all in. Make sure you install your software. You can do that with it all back together. But once it's all back together, you're all good to go. Hopefully that's helped. If you've just recently picked up a set of AirPod Pros, you may have found this issue here where it says not your AirPods. And you click connect, and you press the button on the back of the AirPods, and it comes up on the screen with an email address. Now this is because it's still locked to the previous person's account. There is one way that you can remove this lock so they don't track you, because if the AirPods are still locked to someone's account, you can still use them. It just means the person can track where their AirPod Pros are. So you definitely want to remove this, otherwise they can track your location. So what you need to do is look on the back of your AirPod Pros and hold in the button for 15 to 20 seconds. This must be done away from your phone while it's not connected. Now this will cause the light on the front to flash orange, and once it flashes orange, it has deactivated the person's account that is on there, and it's now a fresh set of AirPods to connect up. So now once it flashes orange, connect it up to your account and it should start working. Thanks for watching. If you've got a PlayStation 4 Slim and you want to upgrade the hard drive on it, this video is going to show you how to do that. First thing you do is turn it around. Now in the right hand side corner, you'll see this little cover here. Just remove this and there'll be a screw to access the hard drive. Now this one here actually has the hard drive that pulls out of the opposite side, so unscrew the screw. Make sure you don't lose the screw because these are not replaceable very easily unless you contact Sony directly. After you've unscrewed the screw, turn it around. You can eject your hard drive. Unscrew it from the casing. Put the new one in. Now the PlayStation 4 Slims will support up to 8 terabytes of hard drive space. Now unfortunately it's not as easy as just sticking a hard drive in and hoping for the best. You will actually have to install the system software, which is done by USB. I'll show you how to set up an iPhone 14. Select your language, select your region. Usually you have to set it up with Wi-Fi or through the computer, but this one's already been set up. Confirm the privacy, set up your Face ID, set up your passcode if you want to. Add your Apple ID.
Hi, I'm Siri.
Set up the Siri. In today's video, we're going to show you how to find and set up an eSIM on an Android phone. This one's a Samsung phone, but most Androids should work the same way. So firstly, go to your settings. Next thing, you're going to find connections. And where it says SIM Manager, click on that one there. And then you want to click on Add eSIM. Now, one of the major issues is when you've not connected to Wi-Fi or got no internet running to your phone, it will ask you to connect to your Wi-Fi first. But after you've connected your Wi-Fi, you can get your QR code and scan it. And if it's the correct one, it will allow you to set up the eSIM and go further. Once you've set up your eSIM, this is the same screen you'll use to remove it. Make sure you remove the eSIM before selling your phone. Otherwise, the person could have your SIM data and be making phone calls and get the internet. Hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be showing you how to change the code on one of these master lock key lock boxes. If you watch the end, I'll show you how you can stop getting locked out while you're changing it. So first thing to do is open up the box. And there's a little switch which says set. All you have to do is move that switch upwards. It is very stiff to move. Move that up. Change the code to what you want. And then close it up. Simple as that. Now, one thing to remember is when you're changing the code, if you even accidentally, while you're changing the code, move this top lever down, that will set whatever code you've put in there. So if you put the wrong code and you've mixed it up, you could potentially lock yourself out or make it so you can't use your box. Anyway, hope that helps. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to quickly show you how to factory reset your PlayStation 4 Slim the quickest way possible. So whether your console's been locked out by a PIN code or there's another software issue where you can't access the screen, this will allow you to clear the console. So first thing you got to do is hold the power button in. When you hear the first beep, hold in for a few more seconds and you'll hear a second beep. Once you hear this second beep, a menu screen will pop up. Now what you've got to do is you've got to actually have your controller wired directly to the PlayStation. Press the PS button. Now you can only use the up and down arrow buttons to get to the right menu. So we'll go down to initialize and this will reset everything on the console itself. Cool. That's doing what it needs to. Thanks for watching. Today I'm going to be showing you how to remove permanent marker from non-porous solid surfaces. Non-porous just means that it doesn't absorb liquids. So any surface that doesn't absorb liquids, this should work on. You can get some chemicals which will remove most of the permanent marker. But as you can see, there still is some residue there. So the best thing you can actually use to remove it is hand sanitizer. Just a little bit of hand sanitizer on a cloth. Rub it on. And that gets rid of all the permanent marker and any residue. Just clean it off and you're all sweet, ready to go. Well, hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. If you've got a Google Pixel Watch 2 and it's stuck in no command, this is how you're supposed to get around it. So surprisingly, all you have to do is press and hold the crown in. This does take quite a few seconds to actually get past this. So starting from now, let's have a look and see how long it actually takes. It does take a little while, unfortunately, but as you can see, this hopefully will work. There we are. So that, as you can see, that's how long it takes to get past no command if it gets stuck in that mode. But it's just, holding in the crown and you should be all sweet. This video is going to show you how to tell whether you have a 32-bit Windows system or a 64-bit Windows system. So first thing you do is, if you're running Windows 11, go down to the search and go to Control Panel. Then from Control Panel, if it's not in this display, it might be in Categories. Go to large or small icons, depending what you want to use. And then find System. Once you find System, you'll see here that this system is a 64-bit operating system, and it will show an x64 base system. If it is a 32-bit system, it will say 32-bit, and usually it says x86 base processor. So that's how you can find which system you're running. Hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. If you've got a second generation Apple Pencil and you're trying to find either the model number or the serial number, this video is going to show you exactly where to find it. So the first thing you have to do is to remove the tip of the Apple Pencil. Just screw out and then pull. Now the serial number is located at the tip. It's going to be hard to see, but it's actually imprinted around the inside edge here. So you got the serial number and the model number printed in there. Maybe try using an eye loop or a magnifying glass to see it. And then just put your tip back on. And it's all ready to use again. Well, that will help you locate the serial number if you've got any warranty claims to make, or if you just want to know where it is. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to connect your Apple AirPods to your Nintendo Switch. First thing you have to do is turn the switch on, navigate to System Settings, then click on Bluetooth Audio and go Add Device. While the switch searches, get your AirPods, hold the back button until the light on the case starts to flicker. It should only take a few seconds for the switch to find it. Once it finds it, click on Add AirPods, and now it's all connected. To disconnect it, it's just as simple as clicking on AirPods and going either disconnect or remove device if you want to remove it permanently. Otherwise, simple as that. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to factory reset your Google Home Mini version 1. If you need to know how to reset the version 2, I'll leave a card up in the corner there for you to click on. So with the Home 1 version, they are a little bit easier than the version 2 to factory reset. They've just got a little button on the back near where the power supply is. just that little button there. So all you do is you press and hold that in.
You're about to completely reset Google Home. To cancel, release the button.
If you want to continue, just keep holding. If you don't want to do it, just release the button as it says. And the beep will go off. And now the Google Home will start its restart process. Maybe it takes a couple minutes to go through. Otherwise, hope that helps. Thanks for watching. If you need some really strong magnets for a project, you can usually get them from old tech devices. So here I have a mechanical hard drive. I've already pulled apart most of the screws so it doesn't take so long to show you how to do this. The top screws were security screws and the bottom screws were standard. So underneath the mechanical hard drives you have the plates or the platters, and then you actually have these magnets here which control the needle. They've also been unscrewed. They're very strong magnets, as you can see. And there's two of them. So underneath this needle, you can unscrew it here and here. There'll be a second magnet, and these can be used for different projects. Hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to factory reset your Google Home Mini. This one's a version 2, so if you've got the version 1, I'll leave a card up in the corner there for you to click on to see how to reset the version 1 model. So first thing you do is you turn the mic off.
The mic's off.
And then you press in the middle of the unit.
You're about to completely reset this device. Release to cancel.
Now if you want to continue, just continue to hold. Obviously if you don't want to do it, you will release. Then you'll hear the beeps. Now the unit will go into its reset process. So that's how you reset the Google Home Mini second version. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to connect your Apple AirPods to your Nintendo Switch. This one's a Switch OLED. So first thing you do is you turn your switch on. Go to your system settings. Go to Bluetooth audio. Go add device. Now with your AirPods, you have to have them open, hold the back button until the white light flickers. Once the white light flickers, your switch should pick up the device within the first 30 seconds. Click AirPods. And now that's all connected, ready to go. All the sound will now come through the AirPods. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to quickly show you how to factory reset your PlayStation 4. This is the best way to do it if, let's say, the software's locked you out or there's a PIN number or account lock on the actual PlayStation. So first thing you do is you hold in the power button. It'll beep once, and then a few seconds later it'll do a second beep. After you hear that second beep, you'll see a menu pop up on the screen. This is where you have to plug in your controller. It has to be wired in. Press the PS button. You can only use the up and down arrow keys to format the unit. Click initialize. Go yes. And then it's doing what it needs to. Hopefully that's helped out. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove the watch band straps from the Apple Watch. First thing you do is you turn the watch over. On the back, you'll see that there's two spots, one here and one here. They just have to be pressed in for the band to slide out. So you press those in. Slides out one side, press it in, slide out the other side. Now to put them back in, it's the reverse procedure, except you don't have to press the buttons, you just have to go from one side and slide it on, and then the other side and slide it on. Just make sure you put it the right way around, otherwise the watch face will be facing to the ground. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can quickly factory reset your Xbox One S if it's either account locked with a PIN code or you just want to do it quicker than the standard way. So first thing you do is you turn the console on and then quickly hold pair and eject. and then you hear it make another beep. Once it beeps a second time, you'll see this menu on the screen. Just a matter of pairing up your controller using the analog buttons, like the up and down keys, not the actual thumbsticks, and then going to reset. And depending what you want to do, if you want to keep all your apps and everything, or if you remove everything. Simple as that. Thanks for watching. I have in front of me an Oculus Quest 2 controller. If you didn't already know, the Oculus Quest 2 controllers require a battery to work. So if one or both of your controllers stop working, a flat battery is generally the case. To access the battery, it is as simple as sliding down the discrete battery cover located on the side opposite the trigger. To remove the battery, push it towards the top of the controller against the spring. As you can see, the battery used is a single AA battery. This is the same for the opposite controller. To replace the battery, use the reverse procedure. Subscribe for more tips and tricks. If you've got a HTC Vive VR headset and your controllers have stopped working, it could be as simple as the batteries need replacing. So I'll show you how to do that. It's quite quick, simple and easy. You do need some AA batteries. Best way to access the battery panel is through the side of the controller where the hand grips are. Batteries just go in here. Make sure they're the right way around. The negative goes in first, positive next, and then opposite for the second one. Once those have been installed, install the cover again. Now you should be ready to go. Hope that's helped. If you're having power or connection issues with your PlayStation 5 controller, this may be the quickest way to sort out the issues. The PlayStation 5 controllers actually have a reset button on them. If you turn it over and have a look at the back next to Sony, you'll see a little hole. All you need to do is grab a SIM pin tool ejector, insert it into the hole, hold it into the hole for 3 to 5 seconds, and this will completely reset the controller. Now what you have to do is, once this is done, get the cable, plug it in as usual from the USB-C port into your PlayStation 5, and this will hopefully reconnect it and sort out the issues. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to connect your Apple AirPods to your Nintendo Switch Lite. First thing you have to do is turn the Switch Lite on, navigate to your system settings, and then find Bluetooth audio. Once you click on Bluetooth audio, click on Add Device, then get your AirPods, have the case open, hold the button on the back until the light starts to flicker. This now means it's in pairing mode. Then it should only take a few seconds for your Nintendo Switch Lite to find the AirPods. Click on AirPods. And now that's connected. Simple as that. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. I'm going to quickly show you how to set up a Nintendo Switch Lite. The setup is as easy as that. In this video I'm going to show you how to connect your Nintendo Switch Joycons to your Apple smartphone. First thing to do is go into your settings on the Apple smartphone, to Bluetooth. Next, on your first Joy-Con, hold in the pair button, it will start to flash. Click it to connect. Well, that one does that. With the second one, do the same thing. It'll start to flash. And connect the next one. Now unfortunately it won't have as much connectivity as an Android one. On the Android you can use the controllers to control all aspects of the smartphone. On the Apple, however, it's just for playing games. Thanks for watching. iPhone 13, let's find out.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the...
What I have here is a vintage tally-ho money bank. These were produced back in the late 19th century to the earlier 20th century. So the money goes through this little slot here. I'll show you how to get it out. They're not very secure. They used to have just screws on the back. Unscrew the screw. And as you can see, that used to allow the money to come out that way. So not the most secure money box or money bank, but it is pretty cool for the age it is and what the actual item is. There's a secret menu that the Xbox Series X has that a lot of people don't know about it. The secret menu will allow you to reset the console if there's any issues, do some updates. If there's any display issues, this will help with it. So first thing you do is you hold the sync button in and you press the power button. As soon as it beeps, you release the power, but continue to hold the sync button. It'll make another beep noise. Next thing you'll see on the screen is your secret menu, which has your offline system updates, your resetting of the Xbox, so you can just continue to start off normally or turn it off in general. Well, hopefully that helps you get to the Xbox Series X secret menu. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be showing you how to enter fast boot mode on your Pixel Watch 2. So first thing you have to do is when you go to turn the watch on, you hold in the crown and then you tap the top corner and bottom corner, and then that will allow you into fast boot mode. So let's give it a try. As you can see, we've now entered fast boot. Now while you're in the fast boot mode, you can only navigate using the side button. So the top side button will scroll down and pressing the crown in will select. So let's give it a try. If you're having connection issues or power issues with your PlayStation 4 controller, this is probably the best and quickest way to hopefully sort out the issue. There is actually a reset button on the PlayStation 4 controllers, just on the back. So you get a little pin that usually ejects SIM cards. And you'll see a little hole just up here in the right hand side corner. Hold it in there for 3 to 5 seconds. Once that's done, it should be completely reset. Just get your cable, plug it into your PlayStation 4, connect it as usual, and see if that's actually helped out. Thanks for watching. What I have here is a vintage little fat man, they call them, money bank. Very old design that they created back in the 20th century with a very cool mechanism. Put the little coin in his hand. If you tip it, he nods his head to you. To get the money out of these ones, you flip them over, and underneath there's a little hatch, which is secured by a screw, which doesn't seem very secure, but back in those times it wasn't necessary to make them super secure. So here's a pretty cool vintage money bank. Thanks for watching. If you're having issues with your LG soundbar, this video is going to show you how you can reset it to hopefully get it back to factory settings and fix your issues that you're having. First thing you do is you turn it on. You'll see a display on the screen. And then all we have to do is hold in the volume mute button. Hold that in and you'll see resets to show up. And once that's completed, that should be your soundbar reset. So hopefully that helps out and solves your problems. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you a couple of Apple iPhone calculator hacks. Firstly, you've got to find your calculator. First hack is if you rotate your phone, it will give you a scientific calculator. And the second hack is if you type in some numbers and you don't want the numbers, you can swipe and it will delete the numbers. Also, by holding in the C button here, you can change it to all clear, which will clear away all the numbers from your calculator. Hopefully this hack helps. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to access the serial number if your watch has either low battery or won't turn on. This will help you out when you need to make a claim with Apple, but you don't know the serial number. You actually find the serial number underneath the watch bands. It's just in a little groove there. You'll find the serial number is usually printed on the inside of here. One side will have nothing, and the other side will have the serial number. Unfortunately, it's a bit difficult to see in this light, but that's where you'll find the serial number, underneath where the watch bands go. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can still download Star Wars Jedi Challenges in 2023. For those who aren't already aware, Lenovo discontinued support for the Star Wars Jedi Challenges app back in June of 2022. So for anyone buying the app after this date, you weren't unfortunately able to install it. Good thing is there is a workaround for this. If you own an Apple phone, iOS 13 or less, or an Android phone running Android 10 or less, you'll be able to download the app. This is because apps were still supported on these versions of Android, but weren't supported after. This video is going to show you how to factory reset a Google Nest Hub Max. Surprisingly, it's quite easy to do. First thing you do is you find the volume up and down buttons. They're just here. Hold both of those in together. Come up with a message on the screen.
Reset this device. Release to cancel.
And then once you've done that, the device will reset itself. So it's quick and simple as that. Hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. If your Apple Watch has just started speaking to you, this is because it's in accessibility mode. This video is going to show you how to turn that off, but just in case you do need to access and navigate through accessibility mode, it's swiping and double clicking. And then click and double click. That will allow you to access things through accessibility mode. To turn off accessibility mode though, you have to triple click the digital crown, which is this button up the top.
Voiceover off.
Triple clicking that will turn it off, and also the opposite. Triple clicking will turn it on.
Voiceover off.
Hopefully this helps out.
iPhone near Apple.
These are the two big issues with the Nintendo Switch OLED. The first big issue is the screen burn-in and screen life. They tend to have poor screen life and screen burn-in, so these settings you should change. Go into settings, go to screen brightness, have it 2/3 the way up if you can, and then go to the screen timeout in sleep mode, change it to 5 minutes. This will help with screen life and stop screen burn-in. The second big issue with the Switch OLEDs is when you go to play a game and you realize it's filled with candy wrappers. If you've got a Pioneer car stereo and you've noticed that the display keeps switching off by itself, this could be what's causing the issue. So if you have a look, there's a button on the left hand side which says DISP off, which means that will automatically turn the display on and off. If you hold in the button, this will turn off the automatic display switch off and allow the stereo to constantly be illuminated. So hopefully that sorts out the problem. Thanks for watching. Here's how to tell the difference between the 1S and 1X controllers and the Series 2, Series S and Series X controllers. So the first visual thing you can see is that the arrow button is completely round. There's no gaps in between. Now surprisingly, if you try and take the battery cover off the original one and fit it to the new style one, it won't fit even though they're practically the same design. In this video I'm going to quickly show you how to set up your Xbox One controller to your Apple phone. First thing you do is you go to your Apple phone, go to settings, Bluetooth, you start searching for devices, then you get your Xbox One controller, press the pairing button on the back, Xbox symbol will flash quicker, then on your Apple device you'll see Xbox Wireless Controller. Click that, click pair, and now the two are connected. Thanks for watching. This video is going to show you how to factory reset your Google Nest Hub. This is a version 2. You find firstly the volume up and down buttons. Hold both of those in, and then you get a message on the screen saying that the device will restart.
You're about to completely reset this device. Release to cancel.
Keep it held and then you'll hear a beep. That means it's ready to go. Just give that device a couple minutes to turn back on, reset and start up. Otherwise that's all you need to do. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. If your Samsung smartphone has stopped responding, this video will show you how to reset the phone if you can't access the menu item, power off or restart. So first thing you do is you hold the Bixby button and the volume down button. You'll see obviously the menu come up on the screen, but if the screen's unresponsive you won't be able to touch it. And then you keep holding it until the phone turns blank. Once the phone's blank, it will restart. Hopefully this has fixed the phone and you're back on the way to using it. Thanks for watching. In this video I'm going to show you how to pair your PlayStation 5 controller to your Apple smartphone. First thing you do is to get your PlayStation 5 controller into pairing mode by pressing the PS and share buttons simultaneously. And the controller quickly flashes you've entered pairing mode. Then go to settings, Bluetooth. It will find the DualSense wireless controller, click on that. It's now connected. As you see, it's as quick as simple as that. Here's how to tell the difference between the 1S and 1X controllers and the Series 2, Series S and Series X controllers. So the first visual thing you can see is that the arrow button is completely round. There's no gaps in between. Now surprisingly, if you try and take the battery cover off the original one and fit it to the new style one, it won't fit even though they're practically the same design. In this video I'm going to show you how to remove the covers of the PlayStation 5. If you've got one with the disc version, you go to the opposite side and you push down and that will remove the first cover. On the next side, you go to the side which has the P for the PlayStation, and then you lift and push down. And then that's how you actually remove the covers of the PlayStation 5.